Okay, ayan, record. Okay, thank you. Then Errol, can you lead the prayer?
Sige po, sir.
Yung camera mo, can you have a camera?
Sige po, sir. Sabot lang po. Start na po.
Okay.
In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, Amen. Dear Lord, teach me the things that are important, to be generous with your gifts, compassionate to those who have less, just in the face of unfair circumstances, true when the world's values are to make my own, gracious when things don't go my way, and magnanimous when they do. May nothing else matter, except faith in your goodness, my neighbors and mine. Hope that things can get better, and charity that always set things right. May your special love for the poor, the mark of my uniquely reception education, be the work I excel, the standard I constantly refer to, and my courage enemy to someday. With Mary our Mother and Saint Jesus and the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay na po.
Internet. Okay, thank you. Napuputol ka, mahina ang internet, ano? Umuulan, ano?
Malakas po yung ulan dito, sir, sa amin.
Oo nga, may background noise. Wala kayong, ano, yung noise, ano, reduction na mic? Ako, ginagamit ko yung sa cellphone. Okay, okay. So thank you, Errol, again, for the, leading the prayer. Okay, so our topic today is about joints. Ano title? Okay, hold on. Joints in concrete structures. Okay, in my BT1 class, most of you is from my BT class. Karamihan sa inyo, no? I think sila Abby, Alexander, Luis. Uh, Marami dito is from my BT1 class. And Joshua, Luis Perez siguro. And Nico Camitin. So, I always lecture this joints in concrete because the joints is very very important, especially for concrete and steel structures. Actually, in all materials we need joints kasi uh, the earth is moving, yung site, our site, or the earth is always moving siya, especially during earthquakes. So we should expect that there will be cracks on our flooring and walls and roofing. So that is why we need to prepare or avoid exposing the cracks, especially for concretes. The concrete is very very strong in compression. No, but the weakness of concrete is again yung tension. That's why we put rebars. So mahina the weakest point of concrete is yung opposing forces. But yung forces going compressing forces is okay. He can withstand. So that is why we need to put joints in every building that we do. Okay, I'll start sharing that on my screen. Ilan na ba tayo ngayon? 24. So for kindly upload na lang baka kasi maraming absent today. I don't know because internet problem siguro. I'll start presenting na my screen, Again, guys, this will be part of the midterm exam. I wanted to put this in prelims kasi I forgot to discuss in prelims. And medyo may need na discuss ako only construction joints. Only that part and yung slightly yung cold joints we discuss, but marami pang joints. No, guys. So joint is very very important kaya can you see now my screen? I will upload this one today. Hindi ko pa na-download eh. Okay? Can you see my material? Can you confirm?
Sir, yes po.
Okay. Okay, this is very, very good material. Again, kanina ko lang ito na-upload. Again, guys, hindi ako gumagawa ng materials, These are done by professionals. Especially in LinkedIn, mga professionals sa LinkedIn. So meron silang slide share. Doon ko nakukuha materials. They are practicing. And most of them siguro nag-teach din siguro or training students or young professionals. So they make this presentation. And yun nga, it's easy now for me to understand what they've done because almost parehas yung exposure namin napapansin ko. Kaya sa tingin ko, yung training ko in Chioda is very, very good talaga. Kasi naiintindihan ko yung mga ginagawa nilang topics. Okay, so again, this presentation, I think it was made again by Indians. India. Maraming mga engineers sa India and magaling naman ang school system ng India kahit sila mahirap. Actually, mayaman na sila kasi marami silang resources at malaki country nila. Okay? So, again, joints in concrete construction. Joints in concrete construction are construction, expansion, construction joints. These are the types of joints, So, construction joint, we already discussed that one. Especially sa footing and column, you have a construction joint in between footing and column kasi it's not possible to pour at the same time, no? So that's why we need construction joint. And then we have contraction or control joints. I call this one contraction. Sometimes people call it control joints. Mainly to control yung cracks, no? We should avoid exposing the cracks kasi it's eyesore siya. Diba? It's an eyesore. Yung paint natin, internal paint of the house or the structure, you can see that cracks, during movement or during a small or during earthquake, mild or strong earthquake. Then we have isolation joint, and I think one more. We also need expansion joint. I think complete ito. Cold joints ang missing dito. Cold joints is the opposite of construction joint. Yung construction joint is nakaplan. Expected na yan. Anticipated. Automatic, di ba? But yung cold joints is something accidental. Na late yung truck in delivery of the concrete. Yung truck mixer was late na traffic. So kinapos ng the volume of concrete required is nagkulang. So again, that's why you have cold joints. This should be avoided, no? Again, it's very dangerous to have cold joints. As much as possible, we should only expect yung expansion joint. Control joints, we have to avoid. Okay, these joints are placed in concrete slab, pavements, at regular interval to prevent development of cracks. Ayun, like what I said, So these are the types, So add nyo lang dito is yung cold joints, no? Guys, in my first year in Japan, natuwa ko. I was very happy when I saw a very old engineer from PUP ata or PUP. Yes, PUP or TUP or TIP. TUP, I think TUP. Nag-present siya in my office. Imagine, Filipino engineer teaching Japanese engineer about cold joints. No, I was somehow proud of that old man. He's very good. Kasi nga, in Japan, it's always organized. They don't know about cold joints. Actually, they have no knowledge of cold joints. Kasi they don't have traffic. They are disciplined and all things are planned. No, it's very smooth ang construction. But in the Philippines, maraming problema kaya that's why we are very good in cold joints. So, I forget the name of that engineer, Filipino engineer. Doon ko na natutunan yung cold joints. And he's very, very good also. Okay. So, our construction joint again is yung, it's plan. Now, expansion joint is something different to you. No? Siguro yung mga BT class, you can still recall, Expansion joint is again, guys, in our design, we sometimes design very big building and irregular in shape, no? Uh, Example is yung sometimes our building is more than 50 or 60 meters, say 100 meters length ang building natin. That that building is very dangerous to cracking na because it's very long, 100 meters or more than 60 meters is actually ano na that before yung deck, yung viewing deck is actually a separate building from the tower, from the four-story tower. Yung three-story plus yung attic, separate siya. So that one is an expansion joint. The main reason why the engineers or the architect divided the three-story mansion into two separate buildings, one tall and one small. The reason is mainly because it's irregular. Kasi nga yung first half, yung lower half ng three-story mansion is very low. Then yung upper half niya is actually four-story plus the roofing. That is why it's very irregular. And once your building is irregular, you need to put expansion joint kasi may movement on the ground. And once you have movement, yung dividing line niya between yung lower half and yung upper half, doon magka-crack. The crack will happen on that part of the building. So that is why instead of to avoid cracks, we just divide the building. No, sadyain na natin yung line, yung crack. We make it intentional na. No, it's to avoid cracks, we just do it separate building. No, okay. And then yung construction joint and or control joints is actually to separate the building. I'll show you now the each. Okay, so construction joint is again during construction it's not possible to pour the concrete at the same time, so you need construction joint. This is the most simplest definition of construction joint. They are placed in concrete slab, usually sa concrete slab. Sometimes your concrete slab is very big ang area. So you need to have a construction joint on the slab. Number two is they must be designed in order to allow displacement between sides and of the slabs. Okay. Masyado ng ano to ang masyado ng elaborate yung definition niya, but ang pinaka simple definition ng construction joint is again to divide or to stop yung construction. Yung point of stopping the construction where it's difficult to make it simultaneous, yung pouring of concrete. That is the most simplest definition of construction joint. Okay, this is a graphic showing. Okay, this is purely engineering. Ano. This is showing the slab. So the slab, there's movement on the slab. You have torque. Ang maraming movement, lateral, up and down, or left and right. That is lateral. Then you have up and down. Vertical naman yun. Vertical movement. Up and down during earthquake. Up and down siya. And then you also have torque. Nagtitwist. Yung lupa is you rotating. So your building will also rotate and you will encounter cracks on the building, on the flooring, on the walls, and even on the columns. Kaya if you have a irregular structure, yung like yung mansion, yung in between the small building and the big building, you will have a crack. Definitely have a crack on that part. If you will not put a expansion joint or a construction joint. Okay, this is showing the, okay, this is one. Okay. This is example of a strip foundation, no, guys. So you have two parts ang pouring ng concrete. This is the construction joint, yung line here. Kasi nga, it's not possible to put the concrete at the same time. No? Hindi siya sa baba naglagay ng construction joint, not on the bottom part. To avoid yung corrosion again. No? Okay, these are construction joint on the, again, concrete side. Okay. So this is the section, ano, common section. So say we have a slab, concrete slab. We sometimes have construction joint, butt joint siya, butt type. Ibig sabihin, yung left side will be poured first, and then yung right side will be on the next day na ang pouring, or next few weeks. This is what we call butt type construction joint, okay? Then we have for yung iba, precast concrete, you have parang ano na siya, tongue and groove. PNG, parang sa wood. Since precast siya, say yung mga concrete piles or flooring, you have this type na of construction joint. Precasted yung concrete. In somewhere in the factory, it's the panels is poured in separately by piece. And in the site, you will just have you will just combine the panels to form the slab or the walls. Okay, and then this is the in roads. You can see this type in roads. You have dowel. On this part, on the first two type, you don't have reinforcement bar, no. But on the third type, this one is a dowel or a rebar, reinforcement bar, to join two concrete panels, ano. This one is very common in roadways, ano, yung mga joints nila, especially for yung nga, roads and pavements. Okay, you have one is a smooth dowel, round bar siguro to, but I don't know why round bar, no. Preferably, I prefer yung material deformed bars, yung rebars talaga. No, kapag round bar, wala halos useless. For me, round bar is very useless. Okay? Now, expansion joint. Guys, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Expansion joint is when you have to divide the building. Because the building is already very long. Minimum, guys, in the code, in the building code is 50 meters to 60 meters. Maximum length of every building. So if you have a longer building, you just divide the building into two. Kayo na bahala kung saan nyo i-divide. Basta you meet the requirement, minimum is 60 meters or less, 50 or 60 meters. Then if you have, one reason is yun nga, if you have a very long building, you have to put expansion joint. Two is you need, is when your building is irregular. Say your building is not rectangular, is not a rectangle or different shape in building. I'll show you here. I'll show you later na lang, may graphics doon. Say your building is L shape or T shape, U shape. What else? Yung mga ganun shape. So if you have T shape, you have to divide the building into two pieces. Yung intersection nila, intersection point is where the expansion will have where you will put your expansion joint. If you have U, for T, you have one expansion joint, ano, for T shape plan, floor plan, T shape. But for U shape building plan, you need two expansion joint, no, do sa intersection point niya. And then if you have T, U, and what else? Yung mga ganun shape, I'll show you later on. Okay, expansion joints are provided on the slab. So again, your building should have expansion joint. So the expansion joint will occur on the slab, on the walls, pavement, bridges, sidewalks, railways. Those are the ano. Kasi nga there's movement on the ground. Yung earth is always moving, no? And this article. Okay. Oh, examples, guys. Wala tayo sa Adamson, but in Adamson you can see the flooring in Adamson is marami ng cracks, no? Matagal yung building and we had many earthquakes na. So of course the building is the slab is have many cracks na. The one supporting the slab, the cracks is the rebars inside. So kaya hindi siya nagko-collapse. Actually this straight line is actually guys the control joints. No, but again hindi kinaya ng control joints, lumabas talaga yung cracks. Usually the control joints or this contraction joint is the one to control the cracks, this crack. But again, the crack still appeared on the surface, no? Sa lakas ng movement siguro, the earthquake or the ground moved so yung movement on the ground was so strong, the crack was obvious na, shown on the surface. And this is common in the skyways or flyovers or bridges. This is what we call expansion joint, no? Need of expansion joint in concrete. Okay. So again, why do we need expansion joint? Because there are movements on the ground nga. That is the second point. And number two, because of thermal heat and cold, nag-change ang temperature eh. 'Di ba? Especially in tropical countries, we have very hot temperature. So yung material, every material nag-expand and then nagko-contract, nag-shrink. So there's movement on the material itself because of the temperature of the sun, from the sun or the from cold weather during rainy season or cold season or snow winter season. Yes. So again, all materials, especially concrete, steel, they expand and then they have shrinkage. They shrink. So that is why the cracks will occur if your material expand or if your material shrink. Syempre, there will be cracks na rin because of the temperature change. Number three, these joints need to be carefully designed, located, and installed. Yun nga, I will show you the proper way where to locate expansion joint. If a slab is positioned continuously on the surface, exceeding one face. Okay, also the function of the expansion joint is to lessen the stress. Kasi your building is already divided. So you have a very long building. So instead of having very long building, you have two small buildings na. So that is manageable. It allows movement na. Yung stress is reduced. Kasi there's no it's two small building lang eh. And unlike yung original na very long building, you will have a very big stress, especially at the middle or somewhere kung saan may stress na malaki. Okay. If a slab is positioned within some surface, an expansion joint will necessarily. Okay, yes. Okay, that is done. Concrete sealer may be used for filling the gaps. Okay. Okay, characteristics of expansion joints. It permits thermal contraction and expansion. This is yung nga, same paulit-ulit lang, no? So it will permit yung contraction due to thermal or heat and expansion. It is designed to absorb safely the expansion and contraction of several construction materials. Yung vibration, if you have equipments, generator, yung moving or yung air conditioning, may vibration yan on the flooring, on the walls. So it can be avoided. Yung cracks can be avoided if you put expansion joints. They are normally located between sections of bridges slab. Okay. I'll show you later yung points ng kung saan located ang ano. It is simple. Okay. Okay, these are expansion of expansion joint. Commonly, they can be seen on bridges, masonry, or when you say masonry, concrete and walls, no, yung concrete slab or yung mga CHB bricks, those are masonry, no, and railroad pipes. Sa pipes din, important sa pipes to avoid yung leak, especially during earthquake. So they had to put a expansion joints. Okay, so for the bridges nga and flyovers, ito very common to. You can see this in EDSA, Makati, or yes. In flyovers, meron ganyan. Because there's a gap in between, around 50 to 75 or 100 pa iba. So to cover the gap, they put steel plates. And then for the masonry, like the brick wall, they also need to put again a gap in between. No? Because the crack will happen, definitely will happen on this point. Kaya you need to intentionally put na the gap. You need to install the gap. No, anticipate na natin. We should anticipate the part where the cracks will happen. And this can be treated with aesthetic or groove. Clay bricks expand as they absorb heat, and again, yun nga, clay or hollow blocks, they also expand during heat or moisture. They shrink or they expand. This places compression stress on the brick. And once they expand, the cracks will happen. A joint replacing mortar with elastic. Okay, so the gap, usually we put sealant, elastomeric sealant. Yung similar sa mga windows na nilalagay natin, those are rubberized and to cover the gaps nga. And absorb yung compression forces without damage. So during movement, ground movement, or thermal heat expansion, yung the joints can handle yung movement without any damage to the material. Kasi it's rubberized. It's elastic. So no problem with the joints. So for the MRT station or PNR station, we have these joints. So especially during earthquakes, to prevent the train from derailing, they put expansion joint on the rails. And this is for the pipes. These are very flexible joints, expansion joints. This is very common now, especially Manila Water or MWSS is now installing this in the supplies, in water supplies, to prevent a damage during earthquake. Kasi once we had the big one, we are expecting the big one in Metro Manila earthquake, damage will be reduced and we still have supply during disasters. The water supply is very important to human. Okay, rubber expansion, fabric expansion. These are the types of expansion joint, rubber material. So we have rubber, fabric, metal, expansion, torridials. Okay, I will not this will not be this is more on engineering na. No need for this one. Okay. So this is the filler nga. So on the gap, on the expansion joint, you put fillers. If not sealant, you can put rubberized material. Actually, any material you can put on the joints. That is, any material that is rubberized or yung flexible type material, you can put on the joints. Guys, the reason I'm discussing this one is we will uh for for your plate tomorrow. I'll show you the plate tomorrow. Marami pang we already have in prelims, we already have finished structural, yung skeleton, yung basic structural support ng building. So now we will proceed with for midterm. I will concentrate on the yung nga movement pa rin at on joints and yung mga what yung mga waterproofing on the buildings to avoid leak on the buildings. So tomorrow I will discuss that one. Can you follow? Nandiyan pa kayo, guys? Just to check. Sorry ha. Are you still there?
Yes po, sir.
Opo, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, depth of expansion is usually. Okay. Wala yung mga graphics. I'll show you the graphics later. Again, this is a picture of the cracks on the slab, shrinkage of concrete. Also, that the reason why we put water during pouring of concrete or during the curing of concrete to avoid yung thermal cracks nga because of the heat of the sun. Need of concrete construction joint. Okay. Again, guys, yung mga reason is basically the same, ano? The reason for expansion joint and contraction joint is almost the same lang din. Tends to shrink or reduce the size when it start hardening, no? Yung shrinkage and expansion, it's the same with expansion joint. So yung reason is almost the same din in all, except for the cold joints. Iba ang reason ng cold joints. Ayan, no, guys, to prevent cracks and contraction joint must be solved. Okay. So this is on the wall, no? So you have construction joint at the middle, no? So now the wall can move freely. If you have a construction joint or expansion joint, not contraction joint, expansion joint or contraction joint, your walls can move freely during earthquake, mild earthquake, or ground movement, and the cracks will be avoided na. And on the gaps, you have the sealant, yung or rubberized sealant. Now, guys, this is commonly used on the sidewalk, pavement, or slab din, on the slab. So, it's not a construction joint. The concrete is poured at the same time, no? Monolithic. This concrete is monolithic. So, we need to put construction joint. Construction joint, so the way to put the construction joint is by using circular saw. They will cut the slab, not very deep, ano lang, on the surface lang. Mildly mga, this is how much? 12 mm? 12 mm? 12 or 6 mm lang. Say 6 mm. They will just put a line on the concrete. And then once the cracks happen on the lower side, it will immediately go to the to the saw cut, to the line, yung groove line or yung contraction joint that you made using circular saw. No? And then your crack will not you cannot see the cracks on the surface, yung exposed side. Only below you have cracks below. But on the surface, you don't have cracks na. You have very beautiful saw cut groove. Parang groove siya. Groove lines lang siya. Like this one nga. This is example, ano? So they use saw cut here and then they put sealant. So again, the cracks cannot be seen. No, it's below the slab. Isolation joint naman, guys, is when you have two parts of the building that is separately constructed. Say yung column. Column is separately constructed from the slab. So in between the column and the slab, you have to put isolation joints. Kasi separate ano sila, separate parts of the building. No? So if you will not put isolation joint, imagine guys, if the column moves because of the ground movement, your slab will have cracks. Kasi you did not put isolation joints on the perimeter of the column. So if the column move, obviously yung pinaka weak, uh the weakest is the slab. Obviously the slab, the column is stronger, so the crack will happen on the slab. Now because the column is stronger than the slab, so if you have movement, your slab will have cracks. So in order to avoid cracks on the slab, you have to put isolation joints, and then you need to put sealant to cover yung gap. This is again yung size of the isolation joint is around 1/4 inch or 6 mm to 1/2 to 12 mm or 15 mm na okay. The bigger for me is okay. No, also yung gap na to, the isolation gap on the floor on the slab and the column, usually dun pumapasok yung mga again, yung mga termites, yung mga ants sa bahay natin. That's why you need to put isolation sealants or any rubber strip, cork or molded fiber. Okay, this is example So these are isolation joints. So you have column and the slab. So two items siya constructed separately. So again, to avoid cracks on the slab, the weaker material, the weaker item, which is the slab, you need to put isolation joints. So parang ganyan siya, guys, actually. Actually, ito sa bottom, kahit hindi na to, on the vertical lang. Yung horizontal part, maybe no need na. Yung contact point lang nila is on the side once you may movement. Okay, these are examples of isolation joints. On the walls, so yung first wall was constructed first, then yung second wall was constructed on the other schedule. That's why you need to put isolation joints here to avoid cracks. Kasi separate separate items, separate parts. Okay. This is more to show you my point. This is more graphics here is more interesting. Expansion joint and construction joint, okay? So this graphic shows a very very long building. So the building is now actually divided into two. So you have two columns. Usually ganito din ang technique ko, guys. Ito yung pinakamagandang joints. For me, the most strongest joint I always use in my project in Chiyoda. So I have two columns. Before, hindi ko naintindihan, guys. Imagine, pero slowly, after checking all drawings, na-realize ko yung importance ng construction joint. It's a big waste of money. Imagine you have two columns, same location, no? At first, nawi-weirdohan ako. I don't know the reason why they have two columns on the same location. No, but later on, I discovered after reading the codes, the structural codes, na-realize ko that you need actually this is very good technique to avoid cracks. So, but yung foundation is combined na. This is okay. The column can move freely and they sit on the same foundation. That is okay. But again, your column, your walls can move freely and the slab can move freely without any cracks. Okay? Even on the roofing, yung mga ano nyo, then we just put flashing on top of the or parapet. We just put flashing. We will use this one in your 3-story mansion. I will teach you how to do this one. Again, if you read this one, the reason why we need expansion here is because the material contract and or decreases in temperature, thermal expansion or shrinkage, and also because of movement on the ground, on earth, earthquake. Okay, guys, this is the ano. Say your building plan is like this, ano, or say this is a muna, this is a footing. So this the vertical part is the column, and then the horizontal part is your footing. We have a construction joint here. Now, pero my suggestion was to put it 4 inches higher, elevated, para to prevent yung corrosion. Okay. For the bottom part, this is what we call expansion joint, ano? No, this is construction joint. If this is a footing, this is a construction joint. But if you will look this one, if say this is a building plan, your shape of the building is L shape. So we now call this one as expansion joint. Kasi again, your building floor plan shape is irregular. So you need to separate the L-shaped building into 2 buildings na. You have 2 buildings na, 2 smaller buildings na. So this is the correct position of the expansion joint. Kasi during earthquake nga, you have torque. Yung torque is rotation on the ground floor. So if you did not put expansion joint, this building will collapse. One of the building will collapse, definitely collapse. Kasi yung stress will be centered on this area. Can you imagine, guys, if you have the ground move rotated, mapuputol. Your building will collapse on one side. Okay? And then this one, if you have a very, very long building, guys, ito yung sinasabi ko. Say you have 150 length of building. So, of course, you need to divide the buildings into 3 parts na. So, say 1 divided by 3 is 50. No? Kasi hindi ka pwede mag-exceed ng 60. Or say 60 yung isa, then yung isa is 40. Pwede yon, maglalaro. But your building should be divided into 3 parts na. 150. Do you follow, guys? Can you still follow? This is very important, guys, kasi karamihan ng architects, they just rely on engineers where to put the joints. And hindi sila aware actually kung saan yung damage ng building during earthquake or kahit mild movement on the ground. Okay, this is another example of a building. This is a I-shaped building. So again, if you have an I-shaped building, you need to divide this building into how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 parts. Okay, guys? So your slab is divided. Your slab, your walls, your column is separate. So you have 6 buildings here. Okay, these are more examples, ano? So yung red part is where we put the expansion joints. No? Kasi we architects, we usually design very irregular shaped buildings. No? In my practice in Chiyoda, very boring dun eh. Bored talaga ako dun actually. They don't want irregular shaped buildings. They just want a square type building. Imagine, very boring. Kasi nga, we have may extra force pa behind. Yung blast resistant building should be simple shape lang. Kaya, but minsan, they give me administration buildings, yung very far na from the blast area. Administration buildings, mga accommodations, condominiums, hospitals. Okay, guys, I hope you understand this one. Any questions so far, guys?
Sir, paano po kapag po curve yung structure po ng building? Pa-curve po.
Yes, yung curve. Okay, you have to measure may circumference naman yun, di ba? You have di ba? You can measure the circumference. So at least yung circumference niya, wag mag-exceed ng 100. But if you exceeded 100 nga or 60, you need to divide. So say your circumference is around say 200. So you need to divide the curve into 4 parts. Quadrants na siya. The joints naman, the expansion joint, you cannot actually visualize, you cannot see on the architectural. You can actually hide that one in the structure. Kasi we have finishing eh. Diba on the flooring? I will show you the finishing later on. Very, very good finishing sa flooring, sa walls. I will show you yung examples. Maybe I can show you now. Hold on, ha? For your exam, I'm actually preparing na your midterm exam. Guys, huwag kayo magtatampo kung maraming exam ko, ha? 100 items. Kasi lahat ng, kahit sa Viscom, ganun din, 100 exam din. First semester, okay. Technical. Joints in concrete, okay. Okay, so this one, wala pa siyang bakal. There's no joint pa, no? Wala pang expansion joint. There's expansion joint, but wala pang covering. Oh, this is isolation joint. This is, guys, monolithic yung pouring ng concrete. Same time yung pouring ng concrete. But nagput lang siya ng line. It's still wet, the concrete is still wet, but he just put a line. Hindi siya nag-sokat. Sokat is when the concrete is already dry. When the concrete is already solid, you have to cut using circular cutter. But this one, the concrete is still wet. You can actually put a line lang. No, just put the line for the contraction joint. This is contraction joint, guys. Okay, this is actually that one. No, ito yung section niya. But this one is sokat, guys. Sokat is when the concrete is already hard. No, you need to use circular saw and then cut the concrete. This one is still wet. So nag-cut lang siya using tools. The concrete is still wet. Okay, guys? You just try to observe lang in the road or pavement, sidewalk kung saan. Ito yung flyover na with metal covers na. Expansion joint covers. Okay, so this is the road, example of road. So you have dowel here, yung rebars to join. Kasi nga, during cracks, say na damage yung isang part, you can replace only one part lang. You don't need to pay to replace all. No, kaya maganda rin may construction joint or construction joint. Maganda rin may construction joint to avoid for repair and maintenance. No, small part lang ang i-repair mo, then the rest is okay pa. Now ito guys yung example ng expansion joint. Say yung car park, ang haba ng car park, more than 100 ang car park. 100 meters. Siguro this is around 200 pa ata to. 200 meters. Or say say 100 na lang. Mukhang 100 lang siya. So it's divided into 2. Ito. Actually, it's divided into 3 parts, guys. One, yung siya yung ramp. Kasi irregular shape na siya eh. It's not rectangular. And also, yung ramp is different ang structure niya. It's concrete. So you have joints also here. So how many buildings now here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 buildings siya. Or 5 pala. Sorry, 5. May ramp pa pala dito. Because of irregularity. Because this is also a ramp. No? This one is a ramp. And this one is ano to? Siguro this one is yung elevators, yung vestibule, yung building. So it's separate. So you actually have 5 buildings, no? But in architecture, you cannot see that it's divided into five buildings. Only in structural you can see this one, no? But your building is safe from cracks, from damage. Ano siya? It can move freely during earthquake. So and then the covering, you question mo, you have circular plan. Yung circular plan mo, you can divide into 4 quadrants. Say you have 200 meters na building, circular building. Then you need to put this one for the flooring, yung architectural finish niya. No? To allow your building to move freely. Marami yan, no? This is for the walls naman. This is for the slab. Di ba may carpet ka? You have carpet flooring. Then you have aluminum. This one. For the walls. Again, for the flooring. Maraming types, guys. May sample ako sa office. Kaso wala tayo sa school eh. Kaya hindi nyo makikita sa ano eh. Okay, so for the walls. And this, I guess, is for the roof. Roofing to. This is the roofing. Because may waterproofing siya, guys. So, para siya nakaparapet. And you have flashing. Naka-flashing na siya. And this is for the bridges. And this one is not expansion joint. This is construction joint. Yung yellow part. The yellow part is what we call construction joint. Kasi footing is poured separately from the column. Okay, so this is again construction joint. Okay, ma'am, did I answer you? Did you understand? Sino nagtanong?
Yes po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Actually, guys, in architectural, if you're designing or thesis, you don't need to put this one. I just want you to be aware. No, yung yung principle ng structural. Para in case hindi kayo mabola ng engineers. No? Hindi kayo masabihan na hindi nyo alam ang ginagawa nyo. No? Actually, it's against common sense, guys. Talaga, we need to do this one kasi nga, we are trying to avoid yung collapse ng building. Your building should survive 50 years or more. And especially during earthquake, the occupant should be safely evacuated, no? On time. Damage will happen, but we are trying to avoid yung immediate collapse. No, that is the biggest problem that we have. Imagine also you have elevators here. So your elevator is very, very strong parts of the building. So you need to properly locate the elevators. Anyway, that one will be designed by engineers, but I just want you to be aware. It's ano naman, guys, talaga common sense eh. Yung hindi lang kayo maloko ng engineers. Okay, these are another examples for the flooring, expansion joint on the flooring. Halos lahat ng ginawa ko, guys, may ganito. And the malls, meron din ganyan, marami ganyan. Hindi lang tayo aware sa architectural kasi hindi natin binibigyan pansin. But this is very important talaga. Kasi it will affect our aesthetic eh. Yung decorations natin sa wall finish, lahat ng materials natin is affected because magka-crack. No, we are trying to avoid yung damage to our materials, especially yung mga expensive materials, yung stones, yung marbles, yung granite. Okay, so this is for on the walls, nag-install na siya ng expansion joint. And this is again for on the flyover or bridges. And this is okay. Maganda to. This one is okay. Okay, guys. So yung X part on your exam, may ganito din tayo ha, guys. I will include this on the exam. Ha? So merong wrong way, then merong proper way. Say you're doing a house in the Philippines nga. Again, Philippines maraming problem, traffic problem. And then your concrete is hindi na the delivery of that one truck was delayed. So you need to on site, you need to do something to solve the problem. So the proper way of solving the problem is you do this one. Not like this not on the column, but this one. This is acceptable. This is usually done on site talaga. But as much as possible, we try to avoid. This is last resort. Okay, this is the construction joints can be done on this part lang. No, separate siya. This one is also approved. But not this one. This is totally wrong. Actually, guys, this is also done. Say you have your budget for construction, for house construction, for your housing project is limited. But you have a very big lot. And then you expect money next year. Actually, you can do this one as part of your expansion project. Say your phase 2 project. For phase 1, you can do actually this one. You can leave the right side for future expansion, and then prepare the building for expansion to the right side. You can actually do this. This is acceptable. This is safe. Okay, for the walls, brick wall or hollow blocks, actually, I prefer straight line lang. Guys, I think straight line is okay. This one is meron pa siyang metal or metal band. I think the simpler type is yung straight lang. Just do it straight line lang. Simple the better. Okay, this one is again brick wall. And this is for the tongue and groove connection. Okay, yun na. Okay, I think that is all for now. Guys, what else pa ba? No, not this one. I'll check lang if I forgot something. Okay, I think that is good for today. Baka hindi nyo na ma-observe yung iba eh. And then application this one, we will apply in 3-story mansion. I will teach you how. I'll stop the presentation. How many na kayo? 30 lang in class. Ang dami absent. Okay, any question guys? Baka may clarification kayo or hindi kayo naintindihan yung part. You have any question? Guys, yung plates nyo, I will start checking tonight. Sorry I finish on muna yung history and then yung Viscom subjects. Now, so I can concentrate on utilities and technology na. Kayo na sunod. Ha? Wait lang kayo sa checking. Eh, hindi naman ako masyado mahigpit. Those are studies lang naman eh. No, hindi ko kayo ganong higpitan. Kylie, do you have any question? Kylie, Coronel? Si Señorita Baria. Wala na? Can I stop the recording na?
Opo, sir.
Okay, John. Sige, I'll see you tomorrow for the lab. Siguro we will start na doing section and parang improve lang natin yung deck. Yung deck medyo, actually yung deck guys, hindi siya flat. Meron talaga siyang sloping. I will teach you the proper way of doing slope on the flat deck. Hindi nga siya actually flat eh. Para siyang bubong din. It's actually a roofing din. May slope siya. Pero ang slope niya is 1:100. But again, we need to show that on details. Kasi that is architectural. Yung location ng mga drains, those are architectural. We need to prevent yung leakage on the roofing, on the flat roofing. And we need to prevent yung ponding or yung madudulas yung mga tao. There's proper way. I'll teach you how to design that one tomorrow on our lab. Okay, and I thank you for attending today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ha?